I think we've all had a whole weekend to process the news from MagicCon Vegas, and there's going to be a lot of great stories by the time this video comes out around, the winner of Magic Worlds, the new Command Zone episode. Like, there's going to be a lot of great things that Magic players love, but I think there is still a lot to be frustrated about. And I'm going to try and play both sides of this story here to a reasonable degree. There is so much of me that, as we're going to read in this article from 2021, there's a key paragraph that I want to point out as the kind of primary driver behind this video. And I want to try and use that as a way to talk about how this might be what we wanted all along. The Universes Beyond legality of the universal legality across standard all the way to vintage. This is what constructed players have wanted, but just not the way it was implemented. This is the monkey's paw curling. This is the wish you wanted. This is the genie's lamp being rubbed, and you get your 3 wishes, and you wish to live forever, but then you live forever in a void. This is the answer that you wanted. Constructed Magic will rise again. This is the return of 60 card format to the front face of Magic the Gathering. Commander in many ways will see a big shrink, in my opinion, after all of this gets fully implemented. And I want to talk about why that's a problem and why, honestly, look, it's a good thing because it's what we wanted, right? Let's take it down to this article from 2021, Magic's Voyage to Universes Beyond. In 2021, coming out of the pandemic, where were you in 2021? We are about to hit 2025. Almost 4 years ago, February 25th, we got this statement. That said, Universes Beyond cards will not be standard legal. We strive to make Magic cards that are widely useful, that Universes Beyond will be above and well beyond our normal standard releases. So nothing much is changing with our normal cadence to releases for standard. This is purely a cool thing we're doing in addition to all the other cool things we're already doing. We were at a time with, Adventures in Forgotten Realm, and they're just introducing Universes Beyond. I believe they're talking about Warhammer up here and Lord of the Rings. Folks, Magic has changed. They lied. And you know what? That's probably what I'm going to put at the thumbnail and everything, and it's going to clickbait everybody. And in many ways, they told the truth at the time. This is just different because, I should shout out Sam Zyberg. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing your name, but you kind of pointed this out to me. I kind of bookmarked it. I asked, they pointed. Fantastic. Much love. The thing I want to point out is that this was before Lord of the Rings became the second best-selling Magic the Gathering set, and Wizards of the Coast opened Pandora's box. They realized that this is the future of Magic. The Fortnitification of Magic the Gathering is the future of Magic. For all of you that hate it, it's too bad. I don't know what to tell you anymore. Too bad, too sad. Because as a content creator that relies on this game to have fun and at this point for a little bit of income as well, this is my future as well. And I have to nut up and shut up. And you know what? There's some parts of it that I'm happy about, and I'll talk about those in a second, but there's a lot of parts of it that frustrate me as well. And that's what I'm hoping to highlight a little bit today. How, with this universal legality and what we're looking forward to in the future, how this is going to be good and bad for Magic in terms of we're still getting Magic sets, but in equal sense, we are getting an equivalent amount of Universes Beyond for the foreseeable future, centered around standard and the Foundations era of Magic the Gathering. We were given a piece of this when Foundations was originally launched, but just as many corporate announcements go, for many of you that work in Corpa, you know that the initial announcement is never the full story. You got to just wait and see how everything gets implemented. Now, this tweet from Shannon here, Sam talks about how, there's a big change in the removal of damage assignment order with Foundations. Now, this I haven't fully processed yet, and I'm hoping someone in my comment section can really kind of break this one down for me, because damage assignment order talks about let's say, for example, you attack with like a 4/4, right? And your opponent blocks with like a 2/2 and a 2/3. You don't have enough damage to kill both of them, but you can choose to assign damage in an order to kill one versus the other. That is my understanding of the rule. That is how I've been assigning blocks for a very long time. And my understanding is this is the removal of that. I don't know what the replacement is. I don't know how combat works if not. If I attack with that 4/4, does the 2/2 die then? Does the 2/3 die? Does the blocking opponent pick the order? Do you then lose the ability as an attacker to choose the order? I'm really not sure. And what I wanted to highlight from there is that a lot of these changes are meant to simplify Magic to make it more accessible, right? It's why we have like enters instead of enters the battlefield, right? And there are some confusions around like where does it enter? If it says when this creature enters, I've seen tweets about people misconstruing newer players that it's not just enters the battlefield, that when it enters the graveyard, when it enters exile, like it's a little bit of misconstruing. And so from there, damage assignment is to order is too hard. Anyway, here's a legendary artifact planeswalker equipment. Lord have mercy. Look, I understand that there's more complicated things out there in Magic. I get it. A lot of them have come out of the older sets. A legendary artifact planeswalker equipment. I'm telling you, if you took a Magic player from 2010 and showed them this card right here, no text, nothing, like the fact that they wouldn't even know what a planeswalker is, an artifact planes equipment, how would you equip? And the fact that you have the 3 lines of text and a blank bit above it, like, folks, I'm kind of excited to see what this card is, but like, oh Lord, the word soup is getting crazy. I don't know. Look, I'm bringing up some classic tweets here, right? So these are some of my favorites. I've bookmarked these for so long, so much so that I actually even quote tweeted this again. So Brian Gottlieb says, this was from 2021, folks, 2021. I want to just highlight something. Go all the way back here. Oh, this is from February 2021. March 2021, okay? Or July. The year 2023, you sit down to play your first match ever on the Post Malone Pro Tour. You flip a Post Malone album. Post, you call in the air. It comes up Post Malone. I'll pre-Malone, you say. You draw your opener. No posts. I'll Malone again. Folks, this is, I feel like every day we get closer and closer to this being a reality. I talked about this in a video previously and kind of referencing the Tolarian Community College video on the ridiculousness of word and verbiage and the shortening of language in Magic the Gathering. This is an evergreen tweet. This right here, this is one of the all-time Magic tweets, and it doesn't have enough likes, so I wanted to expose it to y'all. And the next one from Cardboard Crack, this one, oh my God, this one breaks my heart. 2020 September. Where were you in September 29, 2020? Folks, read this. I attack with SpongeBob. Oh my God, we have a SpongeBob. I want to cry. We have a SpongeBob secret lair coming out. In response, I'll tap Kylo Ren to use Force Choke. Folks are not too far off. Then I Repulsor Blast with Iron Man. Folks, Cardboard Crack was ahead of its time. Elsa shoots ice shards at Iron Man. I'll tap a Whopper to give Iron Man +2/+2. I'll counter by going sicko mode with Travis Scott. What are you talking about? What game are you playing? Magic the Gathering? Don't you know Magic when you see it? Folks, we are entering an era where you can walk into a McDonald's and someone is tapping their Whopper to give Gary the Snail a high enough Gary the Snail +2/+2 and hexproof from your opponent's Gandalf, coming at you with an equip legendary artifact planeswalker that just planeswalked in from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I feel like I'm hyperventilating, right? Like I don't. Look, where I ultimately want to take this, right? So, and this is where I want to go, not the Pioneer stuff. Ultimately, where I want to talk about is, them talking about the even number of Magic sets to Universes Beyond sets. And these are 10 pull sets, again, full releases. UB is Unannounced Universes Beyond. Aether Drift is the first set in 2025. Then Tarkir, Final Fantasy, Edge of Eternities, which is Space Spider-Man, Universes Beyond. 3 Magic sets, 3 Universes Beyond sets. That means the first set in 2076 will be Lorwyn. Folks, we delayed the return to Lorwyn, one of Magic's most beloved sets. We delayed a set that would be loved by many enfranchised Magic players with Universes Beyond sets. Lorwyn, and what brings Magic the Gathering, it gives it its core, its basis, was cast aside for the new age. And this is what I was saying. If you don't get with it, just leave the game. I'm being honest with you. I'm not leaving the game. You know what? I still have enough fun with Modern, Pauper, a little bit of EDH, and I'm trying to get into some Legacy. I'm still having enough fun right now in this very moment. But for many of you, I can see that this is not it. This is not the future that you wanted for Magic the Gathering. And you know what? Sucks. I don't know how else to rip off the Band-Aid. It's gone now. Magic the Gathering is officially Fortnite. It is all these other IPs. It's like Union Arena. It's like Weiss Schwarz. It is a completely different game. We will have Gandalf attacking, Black Panther attacking Batman, defending the Arkham Asylum. Like, I don't know, like stuff and things. It will all be there. And you know why that's not ultimately a problem? Because if you think about it from a workflow perspective, a process perspective, I'm missing the word here. There's a word I'm looking for, but pipeline is the word I'm thinking of a new player getting into Magic the Gathering in this era, in the Foundations era of Magic the Gathering. Player A loves Spider-Man. A Spider-Man Marvel Magic the Gathering set centered around Spider-Man is coming in 2025. They go on Magic Arena on their phone. They're sitting in their commute and they're like, yo, this game's actually pretty sick. I get to play with my Spider-Man cards. I'm playing a little bit of Arena. I'm playing a little bit of, a little bit of Standard, a little bit of Alchemy, whatever. You know what? I'm going to get into this game. You know what? Like, I have some time after work and, a couple of my buddies, they got me into this. Like, maybe they'd be down. There's a local game store in between my commute and my house. Let's go. I'm going to go buy I'm going to go buy the Spider-Man set. I'm going to go play Standard. Oh, there's this other game that my friends also play, Final Fantasy, and like there's these cool space theme sets. Oh, they got like some race cars and stuff. That's cool. There's some like dragons and stuff. Yo, you know what? There's a lot of cool stuff here. I could put Spider-Man on a race car motorcycle in a dragon environment in space with like space lasers, right? Like, cool. Okay. All right. And you know what? I'm getting kind of bored of this because I'm about to like lose my Spider-Man cards, right? Because in about a year or so, it's going to go away. But wait. This Spider-Man card apparently is good in this format called Modern or Pioneer. Heck, even my friends were playing with like their Wakandan commanders and their Cloud Sephiroth dual partner commander decks. They would not partner, but y'all get what I'm saying here. What I'm talking about is the pipeline to get people into the game and get them absorbed in a way that you did not have before. Chandra is not relatable to the average player. It's an angry white woman with red hair. Okay, let's be honest. There's no attachment outside of this IP. Me, I'm a Chandra lover. Chandra's bae. Okay, Chandra, angry white woman with red hair. Sign me up. I'm down for Chandra. I'm down for the Vivians. I'm down for the Lilianas. I'm here because I'm an enfranchised Magic player. To the average casual outside of Magic the Gathering, interested in TCGs, interested in these IPs, they don't matter. You know what matters? Spider-Man. You know what matters? Cloud. You know what matters? The Buster Sword, the Warhammer 40K, Doctor Who, Fallout. All of these sets matter to casual people. They don't matter to us. And those are the people that are going to be future of this game. This is how you get new people into this game. And I know that I'm willing to bet so much that Magic the Gathering will be successful with this. Magic the Gathering will enter a new age and become the most successful TCG out there. I want to even bet that it would be bigger than Pokemon, which would be a big thing to ask because Pokemon has a big like collectability aspect to it. But out of the big three, I imagine this is the push that puts Magic the Gathering on the map as the #1 TCG in the world. because of its brand collaboration, because of its identity, because of its cross-cultural references. More people will be playing Magic, new people will be playing Magic, they'll be playing constructed Magic, they'll be playing digital Magic, they will have different ways to play with all of these cards, and they will have a pipeline to enter Magic, play Magic, continue to play Magic, and grow in Magic. Magic will succeed with these new players, and if you don't get on board, sucks to suck, because this is the new age. Wizards of the Coast will replace you, because the consumers that come into this game will buy these products. They are used to already coming in and buying these products. They are now desensitized to it, because these are the Zoomers that have come in the battle pass era and the subscription era of gaming and pop culture, where your printers require a subscription to work, where your games all have battle passes and everything is free to play, where the game Concord probably not only failed because of its poor character design, but also because it had a pay to play model. No, it wasn't because of the woke DEI. Get that out of my comments, because y'all suck for that. Concord had bigger reasons to leave, but what I'm talking about is the gaming industry is in such a crazy spot right now. Pop culture is in a whirlwind of events and just opinions and people cross-referencing. Being a part of a fandom is so toxic right now. Being a part of Star Wars, being a part of Legos, being a part of Marvel, like anything like that, is so toxic because of the people and franchise in it. But those people are very vehemently fans of those IPs, and if you bring them in, they will inevitably join that thing that has absorbed their fandom. They will play Magic the Gathering X Lego, they will play Magic the Gathering X Spider-Man. These are the people that will grow the game. You, the enfranchised player that hates this, has been replaced already. There's nowhere for you unless you join the craze. This is it. This is the next step in Magic the Gathering. This is the industrial revolution of Magic the Gathering. This is the single greatest announcement in Magic's history in the last 30 years of this game. And not only is Magic the Gathering not going to die, because every single other time that people have said Magic the Gathering is going to die because of lack of bans, new formats, new rules, we're not doing the ante anymore, Arabian Nights is racist, whatever it might be, this is the first time where I can definitively say Magic the Gathering is not dead and people hate it. Magic the Gathering is alive and well. This will be the single greatest success in this game's history. And y'all hate it. I hate it a little too. Just sucks to suck, because this is the future. This is the future of Magic the Gathering, the future of constructed Magic, the future of 100 card Magic and Commander, the future of the game that we know and love. Magic the Gathering will not die in the near future. Will it die in the long-term future? Maybe. Because that seems to be the trend with all these games and pop culture working towards nostalgia and things that people recognize. It's about that immediate hit. But that doesn't matter. The long-term projections never matter. For those of you that are entrenched in what I'm talking about, gaming and pop culture, you know it's not about the long term. It's about capturing you now, how everything is a sequel, thinking back then, the member berries from South Park. It's all about the immediate hit. And in the immediate future, Magic is alive and well, folks.